We mapped the cosmic Cold War where the Jedi met the Syndicate and analyzed the master plan, the motive, and the wicked grit. From Gotham's gritty alleys to the throne room on Apocalypse, unleashing lore, heavy knowledge from the serpent's verbal exodus. Welcome to the Villainz Lair podcast. Welcome to the Villainz Lair podcast.
And welcome everyone inside the Villainz Lair Thursday morning, the morning after a huge boys episode, which we will talk about in just a second. But first, Ryan, Alvin, how are you doing this morning, my guy?
I'm good, man. I got my fake hosting smile on. I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
Yeah, for sure. There's no reason to wait and beat around the bush here. Let's talk about The Boys, season 5. Episode 6, a huge, reveal at the end, but some drama throughout the show, including 2 members of the 7 which is now was previously been the 6 after Firecracker's demise. We lose another member because 2 guys kind of in a petty disagreement. What did you think about the Deep and Noir?
Oh, all those fishes in the sea, all his friends.
Over a billion fish.
Billion fish. He killed his acting coach, his mentor, and Deep comes back with, "You killed more than a billion fish," with a sad face. Oh my God.
Mass genocide.
I'm digging this side story a little bit, though. I'm going to be honest with you, because everyone else's mission is V1. Right. So there wasn't any other side stories in there. Everyone was just trying to get V1. I mean, sure, there's some drama in between there, but it was all about that. But with Noir 2 and Deep, that was like a whole thing on its own.
Yeah, that was the only, side quest per se. And
Deep has a popcorn bucket. We all know that.
Right, that was one of the funniest things. It was an homage to the Deadpool and Wolverine, the Wolverine mouth, the head with the mouth up where you get the popcorn. That was pretty funny. And then the whole AMC advertised with the Nicole Kidman advertise they had with Firecracker was so hilarious. While Mother's Milk is doing his interrogation and that's going on in the background. So funny. But
that was perfecto. That made me put a smile on my face.
Yep. And so we know that the boys, their gang, they're trying to eliminate the 7 or the 6 as fast as they can, and they're trying to stop Homelander from getting V1 through the creating this virus. And they don't even have to. The 6, they're taking themselves out now. I mean, they're kind of doing the job for them, and so that they can solely focus on preventing Homelander from getting V1, which would essentially make him immortal. As we see in the finale, Sage thinks that she's figured people out. There's no way that Soldier Boy is going to help. And at one point it feels like that's the case. She plants the video for them to find, and Soldier Boy storms off knowing that Homelander was doing some really crazy stuff. And instead, Soldier Boy has a conscience and gives him the V1, and Homelander goes full Cyclops from the Avengers teaser, shooting the red lasers into the sky. It's about as bleak for our heroes right now as it gets.
Sage is so screwed. She's
Taco Bell receipts. I mean, it's hilarious.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna get it. I don't see her surviving at all. I just know Homelander is just not gonna put up with her shenanigans anymore, and right. Sage isn't gonna be as smart as she thinks she is, and eventually her plot and her demise is about to occur on her. And as far as Soldier Boy is concerned, a little quarrel with his old nemesis bomb site, and they've known each other for a while. 2 pretty boys going at it. 2 pretty boys who doesn't age. Damn them both. And all Bombside really wanted to do was, be with his woman forever, the geisha, the golden geisha. Um, and wow, he just wanted to grow older with her, and Soldier Boy was able to have some kind of power apparently to reverse the V1. So maybe I'm thinking my theory, as probably well as other people's theory, that since he can reverse V1, that he gave Homelander the injection, because if you can do that, then I guess he's not going to be as immortal as we think it is, as we saw work on Bombsite.
Yeah, so that's now the it's always sort of going back to Soldier Boy is the only hope that they have, right? Like they're consistently at all characters. We saw a couple episodes back where those group of celebrities, were trying to convince Soldier Boy to kill Homeland. And everyone sees Soldier Boy as really their Obi-Wan, their only hope. And I'm just preparing for some sort of like, well, they can't convince him to do it, so they figure out some way to I don't know, cut his chest out and use that as a weapon if Soldier Boy won't help them, and that's how the show ends or something. But
one of my favorite parts about that episode was when they were in the nursing home, and there's a bunch of seniors with some amazing powers. Not only that was some weird stuff. The nursing aide, holy crap, she's like basically like pyro type powers, and that's like one of my dreams, like easily like to have flames coming out of my hand when I do this. To this day, whenever I'm walking anywhere, I put my hands like kind of like spread apart and hoping flames would come out of my hands, right? And she did it.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. And also one of those others, his power was a lassoing nutsack.
Yeah, I don't even know like why that's a thing. I mean, there's been a lot of penis weapons this season. Genital weapons.
Genital jokes too. Yesterday, I counted. Okay, I don't know why I did this. Because the episode started with this. I counted all the ass jokes in the show. All of them.
They're all coming from I forget the character's name, but it's Paul Reiser, from Paul Reiser's character.
Yeah, the V1 testing. They had the V1 testing, and he had a bad test, and all the blood came out his butt, and it's like a bad pair of hemorrhoids. It's where it started. So they had shitting blood. One, they joked about anal warts. He says, "Does the Pope shit in the woods?" Someone else says, "I don't agree with shit." Someone says someone shit in a men's bathroom before Homelander came in. And then wiping your ass on your better half, and then pooping yogurt. Holy shit, that's a lot of ass jokes in one show, bro.
Jeez.
I know. Crazy.
There's I mean, I guess just nothing's funnier than fart and poop jokes and buttholes and and all of it.
Yeah, they used it all. And then to have that lassoing ball sack. I don't even have a response to that.
The writer's room has just got to be the most hilarious place in the world right now. They're just kind of like throwing everything at the wall.
Imagine it's like, I have an idea. Let's put a last nutsack in the show in a senior citizen home.
Hey, stay with me here. I've got a plan,
Yeah, exactly.
Another crazy episode. Any final thoughts on this before we move on? This is just, obviously Homelander has got the final MacGuffin. He's now quasi immortal, and our guys are screwed.
Yeah, guys. I just can't wait to see what happens, and I just have a feeling there might be some emotional takes next week, because it's one of the members of the boys is going to get axed.
Yeah,
somehow.
absolutely. So, I thought Starlight might get it in that fight earlier last night, but to keep the she survived to see another day.
Yeah. Well, we shall see. We shall see.
All right, another bit of news tonight. If you're seeing late showings, and tomorrow officially, Mortal Kombat 2, Get Over Here, comes out in theaters, and the early reviews, typically the reviews at the screenings are super positive, and then naturally those start to come down as more wide mainstream media sets theirs in. But as far as Rotten Tomatoes goes, it is currently sitting at a 73, which is by far the highest for any film in this series. And that's a great score. I mean, The Devil Wears Prada 2 is only a couple points higher. Last night, before I went to bed, the score was in the high 70s, came down a little bit this morning. It currently sits at 73 as we're taping. So a lot of people are saying, obviously the most true to the game. It felt like more like that original film, as far as tone.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, if they could just bring, I mean, they have sort of like brought it back a little bit, but
it's not like techno all over the place.
I know. It was a different time then. It was a different era.
It still holds up.
Yeah. I'm super, super excited. I have tickets for it tonight. There will eventually be a review up, a full spoiler review and reaction on the channel tomorrow. So keep your eye out for that. And how excited are you for this film?
I'm not super excited yet. I will watch it. I'm not super psyched yet, but let me tell you why. I wasn't in love with the guy who I thought was going to be Johnny Cage, and he wasn't.
Right. The Cole Young character.
Yeah, I didn't love that part, and also the fact that the Scorpion family and the Sub-Zero being the guy, the villain against the Scorpion family, I wasn't really into. But that one had a nice cliffhanger too, though. So so we'll see. I mean, I'll definitely watch this one. Judging from the reviews, I'm not a big advocate reading reviews, but I didn't stay away from this one just because I wasn't as super excited.
Yeah.
If it's true to the video game and maybe the old Mortal Kombat's, I can be really into that. Especially, just remembering Veronica Vaughn as Sonya.
Sonya.
Yeah.
Bridget Wilson.
Exactly. She was also on Saved by the Bell, by the way.
Was she really?
Yeah, she was. That. She was like a side character who played like a dumb blonde.
Oh, was she like one of AC's like girlfriends for like an episode?
Not even. She was like maybe Zach's dating. One of those. Like not like a Denise Richards one for like 2 seconds, but she was like reoccurring character. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch this one. I mean, there's a lot of characters I would want to see more presented in a better light. So we'll see.
I have a feeling Cole Young. I'm not sure he gets killed off. I don't know this at all. I'm just as purely speculation, but I would think he probably has a very small role in this film, and it allows Johnny Cage. Speaking of the boys. Johnny Cage to really be the character that they focus on. And if you go back to that original film, Sub-Zero and Scorpion were just kind of like faceless, mindless, speechless side characters, and they really give them some personality and the character development and the
a lot of backstory.
Yeah, you see the backstory,
and
personality, and they're Sub-Zero. If you haven't seen the first one, spoiler alert, but Sub-Zero dies at the end of that, and so I think we get like a Noob Saibot situation here, and I'm super excited. Huge fan of the games, huge fan of the lore, the series. I had the Mortal Kombat arcade in my house for a while. So
did you have the blood code in Mortal Kombat 2?
No, I did not.
Actually, Super Nintendo did not have the blood, I believe, and Genesis did have the blood.
Yeah, yes, Genesis did. Yep.
And that was the selling point at the time of Mortal
Right.
Kombat. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, maybe Shao Tsung would like morph more in this one to
Yeah,
different characters.
that would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait. Tonight, get your popcorn buckets. I'm
Yeah,
always
I got mine in
promoting
the
popcorn
background right
buckets.
now. You see right there.
Hell
I'll be
yeah,
taking that Mortal Kombat
I see
popcorn
that.
bucket.
I'm always promoting popcorn buckets now on this show. We should get
Yeah,
sponsorships from popcorn buckets.
it's basically the new movie collectible. As it just always, there's something cool always coming. I still am waiting to get. I gotta get it, but I need that Galactus head popcorn bucket with the lighting eyes. Have to get that at some
Yeah,
point.
you can get that on eBay now for $1,000.
Or hey, maybe a sponsor could send something along. That'd be nice too.
Yeah. And hopefully when I see Mortal Kombat 2 tonight, maybe you'll see some babalities. I love me a good babality.
Yeah, a friendship, there's so many.
You know what would be great? They should do this in Mortal Kombat. They would try to do a fatality, but they can't.
Mm-hmm.
just like a real game.
This doesn't work, and there's like a joke about like, hey, middle-aged men, sometimes it just doesn't happen, kind of thing.
Yeah, they should do that just as an homage to the gamers.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's see. I guess we'll find out tonight.
Yeah.
One of the things, so speaking of Mortal Kombat and fighting games in general, we've never done something like this on the show, but I would love to do a blind ranking. So we're going to do Alvin's top 10 fighting games. And we're not going to go, specific Street Fighter 2, Alpha, whatever. I'm going to throw out 10 series at random, and you are going to rank them without knowing what's coming next. So maybe your favorite series are coming up, or maybe not. Maybe I've just, thrown some dummies in there. So we'll get this started, and I'm gonna go kind of easy here in the beginning, but we'll see how it progresses.
So once I rank it, like let's say 7, I can't go back.
You can't move it. Correct.
Okay.
That's
all
right.
All right. Let's do this.
All right. So the first one I'm gonna say is Street Fighter. Where are you ranking Street Fighter?
I know you said you're not going Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter 2 EX,
right?
Anything like that.
It's basically the series, the franchise.
But there is a difference between the first Street Fighter and Street Fighter 2.
Yeah. But I mean, the series as a whole is pretty much the same, right?
Mm-hmm. Street Fighter 2 is my OG. That's my favorite of all favorites. I played out in the arcade in the deli. I'm a whiz with Ryu and I love Akuma. So Street Fighter 2, whether it's Championship Edition or Super Street Fighter EX, Street Fighter Alpha, I'm ranking that as number 1.
Okay. All right. Street Fighter goes to number 1. All right. The next one I got for you, Killer Instinct. Where's Killer Instinct going in your top 10?
Oh, I played Killer Instincts a lot too. Since the characters are so forgettable with Killer Instincts, but they did have cool ass graphics at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was super original.
Yeah, it was original, and it was like groundbreaking too when it first came out.
The killer combos and stuff were so fun.
Yeah, and the texture of the graphics also.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna rank that one number 8.
Okay, all right.
Without knowing what else are you gonna give me right now.
Okay, so speaking of groundbreaking animation and stuff here, this next one, Tekken.
See, I am not the biggest Tekken fan ever. It's okay, but I like 2D fighting games better.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna rank Tekken number 9.
Okay. Saving that 10 spot for something that I might have thrown in here.
I mean, like, what's that Tiger guy's name?
All right.
Tekken's a little stiff too to me.
Yeah. I definitely felt that, especially the earlier games. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. where were you putting Marvel versus Capcom?
Oh my god, also one of my favorites. Let's not forget about combinations, and one of the best battling game in arcades to this day that you will
Right.
always see it pretty much packed and people waiting to get next in line.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I love the combos of using a Marvel character and a Street Fighter character.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that as. See, I don't know what you're gonna give me the other ones because I have a number 2 compared to that.
That's the fun part. Yep.
I'm gonna put Marvel versus Capcom as number 3.
Okay. I think that's what I imagine. That's where I imagine it was gonna go.
Yeah.
All right. So the game we're all talking about, Mortal Kombat. Where do we set Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat. I love Mortal Kombat. I love all the games, but there was some that I thought was also stiff that didn't live up to Mortal Kombat 2. It's gotten a lot better over the years for sure. A lot of characters. They even in DLCs you start seeing like a character like Peacemaker and Homelander. Yeah, so it's gotten a lot better. I'll put Mortal Kombat at a respectable number 5.
Ooh,
only because sometimes I get frustrated by not being able to do fatalities and not remembering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was one of the things when you were a kid before there was like heavy internet and you're playing that on, Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo and not knowing like, wait, how do I do this?
Right. You need notes next to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, here's one. Maybe a little bit off the beaten path, but for gamers, this was really popular. Soul Calibur.
I love Soul Calibur. Keelik is my boy with the bow staff. He's my favorite to use.
And then how great was when there was Xbox and PlayStation and they had exclusive characters and Xbox had Yoda on one of theirs.
Oh, right.
And I think Darth Vader was the character if you had PlayStation you got.
But I did start playing Soul Calibur in Dreamcast, Sega Dreamcast. So that was my jam. I played that for hours. So I'm going to put Soul Calibur at number 4.
Okay, number 4. All right, still saving that 2 spot. All right, here's one that is a lot like Tekken, Virtua Fighter. Do you remember Virtua Fighter?
Oh, yes. I dislike Virtua Fighter.
So are we sending that to the 10 spot?
Yeah, I hated the graphics. I remember when a virtual fighting game. Oh, we're like it's gonna be the most groundbreaking game to come out of any consoles, and yet it was so slow, so pixelated. Yeah, cool, it's 3D, but it didn't look great. It wasn't like Killer Instincts look,
Yeah.
It was very pixelated. So I put that as number 10, dude.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like it. Yeah, I would be doing the same as well. All right. Here's one that is a Nintendo exclusive and a Nintendo main, stay. Super Smash Bros.
Who doesn't love Super Smash Bros?
Great.
I mean, it's a mashup fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
What's the deal here? Like, if I've been playing it for like 2 years and all of a sudden my nephew comes in and plays me who never played that game, he can beat me.
Right.
Just smash the hell out of that thing. But I'll put that as number, and it's an OG Nintendo game too. I'll put that as number 6.
Number 6. All right. Number 6. So we still have the 2 spot open and the 7 spot open.
Oh, is it 7? I thought I put 7. I put 8 as what?
Killer Instinct at number 8.
Okay, I gotcha.
All right, so the next one is a cartoon that would end up being a really fun fighting game, and that's Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah. I played that. They had like the Xenoverse and all this other stuff. It's a fun game. It's actually getting a lot better. When it first came out, it was just like it was very hard to control.
Right. Yep.
I remember. This being a blind rating, which is kind of funny. I would have put that a little bit higher, to be honest with you, but I have no choice but to put this as number 7.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I loved it. Like, I was so excited when I first started playing it. Like, especially at that time, I was such a with the Cell Saga, I was such a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z, and then you got both versions of Majin Buu and Buu. It was a
Yep.
fun game.
I think you're gonna be happy that when you hear this last one. I think you're gonna be happy that.
Please tell me what you're thinking. Please tell me if you're thinking what I'm thinking. I hope you're thinking.
Oh, is that a DC versus Mortal Kombat? Is that what you were thinking, or?
No, yeah, you're getting close. But
Well,
it's truly one of my favorites, though.
no, but WWE 2K.
Oh, I mean, I love me some WWE 2K, but that's not what I was thinking.
So that ends up taking your 2 spot. What's the game that you're thinking?
My game that I'm thinking is that's actually on par with my top 3 is Injustice.
Oh God, Injustice is super fun.
I freaking love. Yeah, not only the fighting style is awesome, it's a little bit more fluid. I feel like the Mortal Kombat, but the storyline, amazing storyline, and just the fact that you can go in different characters, and you're like, oh, you're all of a sudden playing Nightwing in this storyline, and then Superman's all evil, so he's like the big bad out of this thing, and then you get to fight his villain. The campaign in it is amazing, and the characters that they bring in there, and using Flash, so much fun going back and having those powers. And I love the graphics too, and it still holds up to this day. And people have been clamoring for Injustice 3 to come out.
Yeah, the DLC characters are so much fun, whether it's like the Turtles, or Hellboy.
Yeah, such a fun game. But WWE 2K is a really fun game. Just like with any of the games, it evolved throughout the years. It's starting to become a game where it's like too realistic and less arcade form. With like tapping out and ring everything, disqualifications and like super moves and trying to get up, stamina, speed. I used to be addicted to that game, but WWE 2K, I loved it playing it when it was like Raw versus SmackDown and all these other ones. It was such a fun game.
All right. But
yeah, you know what? Nice blind ratings. I'm putting Injustice up there.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know. You never know if it's on the list or not. So you save spots hoping you get it, and sometimes you don't.
I know, I was saving it for that. That was good. That was good. But Street Fighter at least was my number 1. So, and Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah.
Is up there. Yeah.
Yep, for sure. Another news nugget we'd want to get to. We haven't talked about, obviously She-Hulk aired on Disney Plus months and months back, but the actress Tatiana Maslany is in the news for a new project, and she was asked about potentially returning in the next 2 Avengers movies. And while she thinks that She-Hulk, since that character is so much of a narrator in her own series, that she may work better as a solo character in a solo series. But the quote that I think is standing out to so many people is, she said, "I think people would be so mad at me being on their screens again. It didn't have the greatest reviews, didn't have the most amount of fan, goodwill and reception. What do you think about the character, the importance of the character being in continuing to be in the MCU?"
I think she is absolutely right. And I think the fanboys would just not appreciate her as much. As we talked about before, sometimes we go to these premieres and the audience participation is one of the best things. And when I went to go see Spider-Man Homecoming and Matt Murdock showed up, he didn't get much applause, which is weird. Not everyone in the theater where I went wasn't really familiar with his character.
Right.
If he didn't get that reception, I can see her getting a worse reception.
Yeah, I think people would be excited. Just to have that character and another Hulk, and in about a year ago when the Secret Wars concept art leaked, that the Russos said, "Hey, that's not ours," but we don't really know if they were telling the truth or not. If things go as the comics and there is a Hulk section of Battle World. We've seen the concept art with Tatiana Maslany's She-Hulk and Mark Ruffalo's Hulk together. Even Scar, I think, was in the background. So, they're definitely thinking about it. I think she's still an important character. I think she definitely serves a purpose. I don't think she'll be around with this after this soft reboot, following Secret Wars, and that's okay. But I think, her character and just sort of finishing that story arc with her, I think it still holds some value and some importance.
Yeah, I mean, me, I guess I can care less about She-Hulk. I was never a big fan, but if you want to give her like a little, it doesn't have to be like a straight 10 minutes. You can just have her in there and just have a quick like, have her do what She-Hulk does, kind of like Deadpool.
Exactly,
third person kind of thing.
How funny would a scene be, where one of them, they're together in the scene, not knowing what they do, and Deadpool or She-Hulk, breaks the fourth wall, and the other kind of, recognizes that, and hey, and sort of like step in and try and talk to the audience, and together. I think you could have a really fun meta moment.
I would be cool in that sense, definitely. Like they just take over their screen time talking.
Exactly.
Yeah. That I would do that. That would be fun.
Yeah. So we'll see. Doomsday comes out in December, and we'll find out then.
And we'll keep talking about it till then.
We'll keep talking about it because you guys love Avengers Doomsday content. We love talking about it as well.
All the speculations in the world, we'll keep talking about it.
Any final thoughts that you wanted to talk about before we wrap things up here?
Actually, the whole world knows Ted Turner's passing, right? He might be a little bit controversial. He's had some bad reputations, but he had an interview recently, which I thought was really, it brings me back to my childhood because a reporter asked him, what was your biggest accomplishment? And he said, CNN and then Cartoon Network.
Yeah, Cartoon Network, man. How could you not like?
Yeah, and this is what I remember him by bringing Cartoon Network to the world. And remember, when Cartoon Network first came out, it was like an extra in your cable that you had to get. And I begged and pleaded my dad to have this network. And I watched it all the time. I mean, as you see in the picture, it brought you Justice League Unlimited, and one of the fan favorites to this day, and kids will still watch, is Teen Titans. A really, really fun show. But they had great cartoons there, not to mention Toonami, Dragon Ball.
Yeah, Toonami, yeah.
Right? Your Powerpuff Girls, which brings into the lore of why we do this anyway, for those superhero cartoons, movies, and TV shows that we love. And he also had remember, I don't know if you remember Robot Chicken.
Yeah, right? Yeah, of course.
Obviously, Robot Chicken. He had a skit as Captain Planet, and he turned himself to Captain Planet and just killing everybody. So that was fun, and that's what I remember. And also, Ted Turner was a big part of the Monday Night Wars in wrestling. With WCW, and he had like a lot of money to bring in all these wrestlers and give them fat contracts. So those are like things I remember by him. So rest in peace, Ted Turner.
Yeah, I will always remember. I'm a big Adventure Time guy. Like Finn.
I love Adventure Time.
Yeah, Adventure Time. Maybe top 3 cartoon of all time for me.
Really?
Yeah, love Adventure Time. And it also helped that my kids were so young when that came out, and that was a cartoon that we would watch together. And so I'll always have those memories. Appreciate Cartoon Network for that, for sure.
All right. Johnny Bravo.
Hey, mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah, Dee, I told you not to touch it.
We might have to do a top 10 Cartoon Network cartoons.
Yeah. We'll do another blind ranking.
Maybe this time. Oh no, I won't tell you when. You might be prepared for this one, but I'll do one for you. How about that? Because you got me this time, and next time I'm going to put you on the spot.
Well, that's going to do it for today. If you like what you're hearing, you like what you're seeing, you enjoy the show, please, please, please give us a like and subscribe so that you get the alerts for when we're dropping new content. You know, it's not just the daily show Monday through Friday. You'll see additional content. I dropped a Darth Maul series finale or season finale reaction video earlier this week. You can go check that out. You'll see a reaction tomorrow to Mortal Kombat. So much more additional content. We'll start doing theory videos as well. So you're not going to want to miss any of this stuff if you're enjoying what you hear and what you see from Alvin and I. So we just want to thank you guys. If you've been with us for 35 plus minutes, we thank you so much. And we really appreciate all the time and all the love we got on social media through some of these shorts. If you don't follow us, go follow the Villainz Lair on social media, and where you can get short clips and just additional content. So thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one.